This great city has been witness to many strange scenes, but none so staggering as the one that played out here beneath her slumbering streets just seconds ago. A tidy conclusion to an improbable story, or so it would seem.
Now I know that you've heard of them, the relatively large indie company by the name of Telltale Games, infamous for their monthly episodic games inspired by television shows on a similar release schedule. Well, this wouldn't be their first episodic game, but it would be their first one on a PlayStation system. It was the third and the final entry in their Sam & Max series, Sam & Max The Devil's Playhouse, released for the PS3 in early 2010.
Stand back, Sam. I'll send those doppelgangers right into the harbor.
I don't think so.
Who said that?
Hello, folks.
What was that?
The game follows the team's latest adventure, a team consisting of a talking dog named Sam who regularly dresses in a suit and fedora, and a rabbity thing named Max. They are usually around solving crimes and other odd occurrences in a vast array of various locales, and the game doesn't disappoint, with one portion in the later episodes having you wander around inside Max's body. Anyway, the duo come across some toys that grant the user certain powers, like seeing into the future, and as usual a multitude of bad guys are also after them, one of which is out to summon a dark god, and yeah, the story gets crazy, but it's never out of place, and it fits perfectly not only for the type of game, but also for the actual license that Telltale is using. My favourite part about The Devil's Playhouse is for it to be the first episodic Telltale game on PlayStation, and it's also one of the best in terms of how the episodes flow. See, each one could be played on its own, as the 5 episodes all feel like self-contained stories that you can understand, that you can enjoy, and that you can finish. Plus, the episodes each bring their own style and mood to the overall branching narrative, and ultimately it does feel like you've played 5 smaller separate games that just happen to have an overarching storyline. The voiceover work in this game is excellent, with the actors bringing fresh personalities to each of the characters, which even some smaller side ones are very memorable.
How's the afterlife treating you, Mrs. Mama Bosco?
That's Dr. Mama Bosco. I spent the summer getting my PhD online.
Yeah, I started to do that, but I kept getting distracted by all the funny cat pictures.
You don't know how to use computers, Max. What's your doctorate in, Mama Bosco?
Bridging the trans-dimensional gap to return spirits to their corporeal form. My master's was in funny cat pictures.
The gameplay is your typical adventure game stuff. You control Sam like you would any other third-person game with a fixed camera viewpoint, and you point and click on objects of interest. Max, on the other hand, has access to a variety of psychic powers, which will come in handy when figuring out many of the cryptic puzzles that the game contains. These powers range from mind reading to teleportation to even morphing into certain objects. These psychic puzzles are definitely what kept me playing, because honestly, the genre standard point and click formula doesn't really do it for me, so this was a really nice change of pace.
What in the name of Kubrick's beard groomer is that unholy abomination?
That's Junior, youngest of the Elder Gods. When the walls tumble, you'll reign supreme over the darkness, and I'll be his favorite toy again, just like it was in the before time.
Ha! Junior hated you, Charlie. He used to call you Creepy Charlie.
You what? Creepy?
I'll give you, creepy old man!
Unfortunately, the game suffers a lot from frame rate issues, some choppy controls, and blocky character models. This isn't a very polished game. However, if you can look past this, you have 5 really unique and interesting episodes to enjoy, starring that dastardly duo. It might not be the most original game in the world, and it can be really slow in the first episode to get into. But persevere, and there is something to enjoy about Telltale's first jump onto the PlayStation. Sam and Max the Devil's Playhouse gets a final score from me of a good 72%. Thank you very much for watching this review. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content in the future, where we will be looking at more Telltale games. And have a nice day. Adios.